May 1980. Federal Court, Brooklyn. A man approaches the witness stand. Medium height, slicked back hair, expensive suit, 37 years old, confident, no fear. The courtroom is packed. FBI agents, prosecutors, the press. Everyone is here for the same reason, to see if he will really talk, if he will really testify, if he will really break the code. His name is Henry Hill, half Irish, half Sicilian, a full-fledged gangster since he was 11, 26 years in this life. He's a member of the Lucchese crime family. The prosecutor stands up. Mr. Hill, would you tell the court your profession? Henry leans into the microphone. His voice is steady, no hesitation. I'm a gangster. I've been one my whole life. The courtroom erupts, a historic moment. For the first time, a mobster is speaking so openly. 3 men sit at the defense table: Jimmy Burke, Tommy DeSimone, Paul Vario, Henry's men. They worked together for 20 years like brothers. Now Henry is testifying against them. He's selling them all out. Paul Vario shakes his head. Slowly, his eyes are cold, ice cold. The message is clear. You're dead. Henry doesn't look. He doesn't dare to look. The weight of destroying a 20-year friendship is on his shoulders. He had no choice. The FBI gave him an ultimatum, either talk or life in prison. Henry chose to talk. The prosecutor asks, Mr. Hill, can you describe your role in the Lucchese family? Henry takes a deep breath. I did everything. Theft, robbery, ransom, drug trafficking, murder, everything. The courtroom falls silent. Complete silence. The real shock lies in the beginning. No one knows how Henry got into this life. What changed him? Why did he do it? The answer lies 26 years ago, 1954, a hot summer day on one in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, 1954. Henry Hill was 11 years old. East New York, Brooklyn's toughest neighborhood. Poor families, narrow streets, trash cans. Henry was different. He didn't play, he watched. The taxi stand across the street, cab stand, seemingly a normal taxi stand. It wasn't. It belonged to the Lucchese family. It was Paul Vario's place. Henry watched the men every day. Expensive suits, shiny shoes, big Cadillacs. Money, power, respect. Henry wanted it. He wanted it all. His father was an Irish electrician, an honest man. He went to work every day, earned little money, came home tired, miserable and poor. His mother was Sicilian. She had told her son, "Stay away from those men, Henry. They're nothing but trouble." Henry didn't care. July 1954. Henry made his decision. He walked to the taxi stand. "I want to work." The men laughed. "What can you do?" "Anything. Whatever you want." Tutty Cicero came out, Paul Vario's brother-in-law. "How old are you?" 11. "Wash the cars. Bring sandwiches, make coffee, $5 a day." "Here," Henry said. No hesitation. That's how Henry Hill's mob career began. First steps. The early days were simple. Henry showed up every morning, washed the cars. A week later, a new assignment. Go to the casino, get 10 sandwiches. The gambling room was in the basement. Poker tables, piles of money. Henry had seen it. More money on one table than his family earned in a year. Tutty was pleased. "Good kid, here's $10, tip." Henry couldn't believe it. $10 in one day. His father earned that much in a week. That night he gave his mother $20. She was suspicious. Where did this money come from? "Tip, Mom." She took the money. She knew. Her son was going down the wrong path. Months passed. Henry's roles grew. He delivered messages, carried packages. School didn't matter. He skipped classes. A letter came from the principal. His father went crazy. "Where were you?" "Working, Dad. You're 12 years old. I make more money than you do." Silence. His father's face flushed, then drained. His son had humiliated him. He was telling the truth. Yes, Henry made more money. One day, Tuddy called him. "Paul wants to see you." Henry's heart stopped. Paul Vario, the boss, the big man. Paul was in his 50s, short but powerful bald head. His face was stern, his eyes warm. "You're a good kid. Are you sure you want this life? It's not easy, it's dangerous. Cops, enemies, betrayal. You still want it?" Henry didn't hesitate. "I do." "Why?" "Because it's real. The streets are real, money is real, school isn't real." Paul nodded. "You're the right kid, Henry. Half Irish, half Italian. I don't care, you're hungry, that's enough. You're working for me now, don't let me down. Ever." "I won't, I swear." Henry turned as he left. "Mr. Vario?" "Thank you." Paul smiled. "Go now." That night, Henry lay in bed and thought. He would be a man in the neighborhood, a gangster. He would be respected. He would be rich. He would be powerful. He never imagined that 26 years later he would be standing in federal court, that he would betray his best friends, that he would lose everything. That night, he saw only the beginning, the bright beginning. 1956 autumn. Henry was 14. He had been at the taxi stand for 2 years. He wasn't just washing cars anymore, he was delivering messages, counting money. He hadn't seen it yet. Real violence. Paul called him over. "We've got a problem. A guy owes us money. 3 weeks have passed, he hasn't paid. We need to send a message." "How much money?" $15,000, big money. Henry understood. They were going to beat someone up, maybe worse. "Tommy will go with you. He'll do it. You'll watch. You'll learn." "I'm ready," Henry said. A lie. He wasn't ready. Tommy DeSimone was 23. Handsome, dark skin, bright eyes, a smile always on his face. Tommy was dangerous. He'd smile 1 second, then punch you in the head the next. "Let's go, kid." They went from Brooklyn to Queens. Normal neighborhood, normal people, the guy's house. Tommy knocked on the door. No one answered. He kicked it. It broke on the third try. The man was watching TV in the living room. When he saw Tommy, his face turned pale. "No, please." Tommy didn't listen, his fist to the man's face. 1, 2, 3, 4. The man fell. Tommy kept going, kicked him, ribs, head, non-stop. The man screamed, begged, bled. Henry watched. He froze. His stomach churned. He couldn't look away. This was real. This was his world. Tommy stopped, breathless. "You have 2 weeks. 15,000 exact, otherwise I'll be back. This time I'll kill him." Tommy turned to Henry. He was smiling. "Let's go. I'm hungry. Let's get pizza." Henry was silent in the car. "Is this your first time seeing it?" "Yes." "You'll get used to it. It's part of the job. You lend money, sometimes people don't pay. You have to remind them with force. They don't learn any other way. One day you'll have to do it. If you hesitate, they'll see you as weak. There's no place for the weak in this world." Henry remembered. He never forgot. Jimmy Burke, Lesson in Theft, 1957 summer. Henry was 15. Paul gave him a new job. "You'll work with Jimmy Burke. Jimmy will teach you." Jimmy Burke was in his 30s, tall, thin, sharp features, blue eyes, ice blue, Irish. Jimmy was different. Tommy felt everything, anger, love, hate. Jimmy felt nothing. He just calculated, cold. He thought about everything. Jimmy was an expert at theft, trucks, cargo, the airport. Millions of dollars worth of goods passed through JFK every day. The first job was simple, a truck carrying medical supplies worth $10,000. Jimmy explained the plan. The truck will pass through Queens at 10 o'clock. It will stop at a red light. We'll box it in with 2 cars, front and back. We'll get the driver out. We'll take the truck. 10 minutes. Henry asked questions. What if the police come? They won't. There are no patrols at that hour. What if the driver resists? He won't. He won't resist when he sees a gun. Jimmy had thought of everything. That's why he had never been caught. That night they did the job. Just as Jimmy had said. The truck came, stopped at the red light. Jimmy pulled up front. Henry pulled up back. Jimmy pulled out the gun. Open up! Get out! Hands up! Lie face down! 10 minutes later, they were in a warehouse in Brooklyn. I'll sell these tomorrow. We'll buy them for $10,000, sell them for $15,000, $5,000 profit. Your share is $500. Henry couldn't believe it. $500 in an hour. His father earned that much in a month. I want to learn more. Jimmy smiled. You will. You're a good student, Henry. You're hungry, you listen. You'll go far in this business. He was right. For the next 3 years, Henry and Jimmy did a job every week, sometimes 2 a week. Trucks, warehouses, airport cargo. Henry became skilled. The rise. The money flowed. By the time Henry was 18, he was making $1,000 a week. Sometimes $5,000. He bought new clothes, expensive, suits, a big car, a Cadillac, red, bright red. Everyone in the neighborhood knew. Henry Hill was doing big things. He was rising. First murder, 1960. Spring 1960, Henry was 18. There was a problem, a big problem. One of Paul Vario's guys talked to the FBI. He named names. He betrayed us, meeting at Paul's club. Paul was furious, his eyes bloodshot. This bastard sold us out, went to the FBI, gave names. We gotta find him, we gotta take care of him. If you betray us, you die. Who's gonna do it? Tommy asked. Paul looked at Henry. You're gonna do it, you and Tommy. You'll find him, you'll kill him. Henry's stomach dropped. He was going to kill a man. For the first time. Beating someone up was one thing. Killing someone was something else entirely. There was no turning back. He couldn't say no. Okay, we'll do it. I want him dead in 2 days. 2 days later, they found him. He was hiding in a small apartment in the Bronx. They went at night, 2 o'clock. Dark, quiet. Tommy kicked the door, broke it once. They burst in. The man was on the couch. He jumped up. No, please! Tommy pulled out his gun. He fired in the chest. The man fell. He wasn't dead. He was breathing, wheezing. He was bleeding. He looked at Henry. His eyes were pleading. It's your turn, Tommy said to Henry. Finish the job. Henry took the gun. It was heavy, very heavy. He looked at the man. He was about 25 years old. His name was Tony. Henry knew him. He was a good kid. He made a mistake. Henry raised the gun. His hand trembled. Tony closed his eyes. He waited for death. Do it, Tommy said. Do it now. Henry pulled the trigger. Once, bang, twice, bang. Tony's head jerked back. Blood splattered. On the wall, on the floor, on Henry. Tony fell, motionless, dead. Henry looked at the gun, looked at his hands, looked at the blood. He was shaking. He had killed a man. For the first time. Good job. The first time is always hard. You'll get used to it. Let's go. That night, Henry couldn't sleep. He thought about Tony, his face, his eyes, his last look, that pleading look. Something had changed inside him. Something had broken. At the same time, something had opened. There was no turning back now. He was a killer, a gangster. In every sense of the word, he accepted it. There was no other choice. This was his world. This was his family. This was his life. He lived that life for the next 20 years, full throttle, no regrets. He didn't know yet that one day this life would destroy him. 1978. The peak and the fall. December 1978. Henry was 36 years old. 18 years had passed since his first murder. He was now experienced, smart, rich. He was one of Paul Vario's most trusted men, Jimmy Burke's closest partner, Tommy DeSimone's best friend. Everything was perfect. Money was flowing. $100,000 every month, sometimes more. A big house, a nice car, expensive clothes. His wife was happy. His children were happy. Life was perfect. There was one problem. Henry had started using drugs, cocaine. At first it was fun, at parties, in nightclubs. 1 line, 2 lines. It gave him energy, it gave him confidence. Then it became more. Every day. Morning, noon, evening, night, all the time. He couldn't control it anymore. He was addicted. Paul knew. Paul's warning. One day, Paul called him in to the office, alone. "Sit down." Henry sat down. His heart was racing. "You're using cocaine." It wasn't a question. It was a statement, a fact. Henry didn't lie. "Yes, I do." "How long?" "A year, maybe longer." Paul shook his head, slowly, disappointedly. "Henry, what did I tell you years ago? What did I tell you? Don't sell drugs, don't use drugs." "Why? Why did I make that rule?" "Because drugs attract attention. The police come, the FBI comes, it's all over." "Right." Paul leaned forward. "What did you do?" "You broke the rule. You didn't listen to me, you disrespected me. If I ever hear you use cocaine again, I'll kill you, understand? We've got 20 years together, I don't care. People who break the rules die." "I understand, it won't happen again, I swear." "Good. Now go." Henry left. He didn't quit cocaine. He couldn't. It was too late. He just became more careful, more secretive. The Lufthansa heist. At the same time, Jimmy Burke was planning a big job. The biggest heist in history. Lufthansa, JFK Airport, the German airline. Millions of dollars in cash passed through there every day. Jimmy had found a man on the inside, Louis Werner. He worked for Lufthansa and had gambling debts. He came to Jimmy and asked for help. Jimmy helped him. There was one condition. "Give me Lufthansa, tell me everything." Louis told him, every detail. Jimmy listened, planned, calculated. He made the perfect plan. Henry was in on it too. "The biggest job, Henry, $6 million, maybe more, cash, jewels, gold, everything, in one night. We'll be rich." Henry was excited. $6 million. His share might be $500,000, maybe $1 million. His life would change completely. December 11th, 1978, the day of the heist, early morning. 6 men went, armed, masked, just as planned. They entered the Lufthansa cargo terminal. "Hands up, get down, nobody move." Everything happened fast. 10 minutes, maybe 15. They took the money, they took the jewels, they loaded them onto trucks, they drove off. They were gone. They vanished. Jimmy called Henry that morning. "It's over, we did it." "How much?" Jimmy laughed. "Not 6 million, Henry, 9 million, $9 million. Henry couldn't believe it. 9 million. The biggest heist in history, he was part of it. Jimmy wasn't happy. He was worried. "This is too big. The FBI will be searching everywhere. Anyone could talk. There are loose ends, too many loose ends. What are we going to do?" Jimmy didn't answer. The look in his eyes said it all. A cold look, a calculating look, a deadly look. The cleanup began. After the heist, everything changed. Jimmy became paranoid. He suspected everyone. The cleanup began. First was Louis Werner, an insider. He talked too much, spent too much. He bought a new car, an expensive watch. He was drawing attention. Jimmy called him, set up a meeting. Louis went. He never came back. His body was found in Queens, in a car. 3 bullets to the head, then Stax Edwards, from the robbery crew. He was supposed to burn the truck, he forgot. The FBI found the truck, found fingerprints, DNA. Jimmy was furious. He sent Tommy. Tommy found Stax at his house. He was sleeping. Tommy shot him 6 bullets. Stacks died in his bed. Then Marty Krugman, Henry's friend, the guy who came up with the robbery idea, he wanted his share. Jimmy didn't want to give it to him. Marty insisted, threatened. "I'll go to the FBI." Big mistake. Marty disappeared. His body was never found. Tommy's end. Then Tommy DeSimone, Henry's closest friend, 20 years of friendship. Tommy made a mistake. He killed Billy Batts, a made man, from the Gambino family. He killed him without permission, just killed him. Because Billy disrespected him. The Gambino family found out, years later. They wanted revenge. Paul Vario agreed. There was nothing to be done. Tommy had broken the rules. He would pay. January 1979. Tommy was called to a meeting. He would become a made man. It was a promotion, an honor. Tommy was excited. He would finally be a real man. He put on a suit, his best one. He combed his hair. He looked perfect. Henry looked at him. He was proud. His best friend, his brother. Tommy went to a house in Queens. He walked in. 3 men were waiting. They were smiling. "Congratulations, Tommy. Welcome to the family." Tommy smiled too. "Thank you. It's an honor." One of the men pulled out a gun. Tommy didn't understand. "What's going on?" The man fired at Tommy's head. Once was enough. Tommy fell. He was dead. Instantly. Henry got the news. The phone rang. "Tommy's gone. He's dead. The Gambino family took care of it." Henry couldn't believe it. Tommy, his best friend, his brother, gone, dead, no more. Henry understood. It was the beginning of the end. The Lufthansa heist, $9 million. Damn money. It ruined everything. It killed everyone. Henry knew. It would be his turn next. Jimmy would take him out too. Because Henry was loose. Henry used cocaine. Henry knew too much. Henry was dangerous. One day, very soon, Jimmy would call. He would arrange a meeting. Henry would go. He wouldn't come back. Henry was ready. He had a plan. A terrible plan. A disgusting plan. It was the only way. The only way to survive. He would talk. He would talk to the FBI. He would tell them everything. He would sell Jimmy out. He would sell Paul out. He would sell everyone out. He would break Omerta. He would live. His family would live. That was all that mattered. May 1980. 2 months had passed since the Lufthansa heist. Henry waited for death on every day. Every ring of the phone, every knock on the door, every car noise. Was it Jimmy? The killers? Was it my turn? He couldn't sleep. He wasn't eating. Only cocaine. More cocaine. 10 lines a day, 20 lines. He couldn't count anymore. His brain was burning. His heart was about to explode, but he couldn't stop. His wife Karen was worried. "Henry, what's wrong with you?" "Nothing. Don't lie to me. I can see you. You look sick. You look like death warmed over." "I'm fine." A lie. He was dying. Slowly. From the inside out. Then things got worse. May 1980. 6 in the morning, the door was banging. Bang, bang, bang. "FBI, open the door." Henry woke up. His heart stopped. The FBI. They were here. They were finally here. He opened the door. There were 10 agents, guns drawn. "Hands up, don't move!" Henry raised his hands. "What do you want?" "You're under arrest." "For what crime?" "Drug trafficking, cocaine sales, other crimes too. Lots of crimes, Henry." They handcuffed him, hard. His wrists hurt. They took him away, put him in a car, took him to Federal Plaza, to FBI headquarters. They put him in an interrogation room, an empty room, just a table, 2 chairs, cold light, chilly air. Interrogation. 2 agents entered, sat down across from him. Their names were Ed McDonald and George Gabriel, senior agents from the FBI, the Mafia desk. They had started watching Henry years ago. Now, they had caught him. "You're in big trouble, Henry," Ed McDonald said. "Drug crimes, ransom, robbery, murder, all of it. How many? 10, 20, maybe more. We'll prove it all in court. All of it." Henry remained silent. He didn't know what to say. "Life in prison, Henry," George Gabriel continued. "Minimum. Maybe 2 lifetimes, maybe 3. You'll never get out. You'll grow old in a cage. You'll die in a cage. Your kids will grow up and you won't see them. Your wife will grow old and you won't be there. Your life is over, Henry. Completely over." Henry's stomach churned. Life in prison. The end of his life. The end of everything. "There is one option," Ed McDonald said. He leaned forward. He looked into his eyes. "One option, just one option. Talk to us. Tell us everything. Jimmy Burke, Paul Vario, the Lufthansa heist, the murders, everything. Give us everything. We'll protect you. Witness protection. New identity, new life. We'll protect your family. You'll be free. You'll live." Henry looked at him. He looked at George. He thought of Omerta. He thought of the code. Never talk. Never betray. Stay loyal to your family. Stay loyal until death. He had lived 26 years by that code. He had breathed that code. Now, Paul will kill me anyway, Henry thought. He found out I used cocaine. Jimmy will kill me anyway. I know too much. I'm dangerous. Tommy is already dead. My best friend is dead. They're all dying. Everyone is dying, and why should I die too? "I need to think," Henry said. "You don't have time," Ed said. "Make a decision, now. Either talk or go to jail. Choose." Henry took a deep breath. 26 years, his whole life. Everything he believed in. Omerta, loyalty, family, everything. Now it was ending. Now it was disappearing. "I'll talk," Henry said. "Tell me what you want. I'll tell you everything." The talk for the next 3 days. Henry talked. He talked nonstop. He told them everything. He gave names, he gave dates, he gave locations, he described murders, 10 murders, 15 murders, maybe more. He didn't know the exact number anymore. He described the Lufthansa heist, every detail. Who did it, how they did it, where the money went, who died, why they died. He talked about Paul Vario, his businesses, the gambling dens, the loan sharking, the construction businesses, everything. He talked about Jimmy Burke, the thefts, the robberies, the murders, everything. He talked about Tommy DeSimone, crazy Tommy, angry Tommy, killer Tommy, everything. The FBI was recording every word, every detail. They had struck gold. Henry Hill, the inside man, the man who knew everything. 26 years of secrets, 26 years of crimes, it was all coming out. Karen's visit. His wife Karen came to visit. She saw Henry, pale, weak, exhausted. "Henry, what did you do?" Henry looked at her. "All I did was try to survive, for us, for the kids. There was no other way, Karen. No other way." Karen cried. "I'm scared, Henry. I'm so scared. If Paul finds out, if Jimmy finds out, and they'll kill us. They'll kill us all." "They won't find out. The FBI will protect us. Witness protection program, new names, new place, new life. We'll be safe." Karen knew. Nowhere was safe. You couldn't escape the mafia. They find everywhere. They always find. The question is when. Only when. June 1980. The news broke that Henry had been arrested. In the newspapers, on television, everywhere. Henry Hill has been arrested. The FBI arrested him on drug charges. More charges may follow. Paul Vario saw the news on television. He was sitting at home, eating dinner. The news came on. Paul stopped. He put down his fork. He looked at the screen. Henry's picture. Paul knew. He knew immediately. Henry would talk. He would talk to the FBI. There was no other way. Drug charges are very serious. Life in prison. Henry wouldn't accept that. He would talk. He would sell everyone out. He would sell me out. He called Jimmy Burke. "Jimmy, you heard the news. Henry's been caught. What are we going to do?" Jimmy was silent. He thought. Then he spoke. "If he talks, we kill him. We find him. Wherever he is, we find him and we kill him. His wife too, his kids too, everyone. It'll send a message, betray us, and your family dies." Paul nodded. "Okay, wait first. Maybe he won't talk, maybe he's strong, maybe he'll hold out." They both knew. Henry would talk. He would definitely talk. The deal, November 1980. 6 months had passed. Henry's deal was ready. Witness protection, 5 years in prison, just 5 years. For 20 murders, for dozens of crimes, 5 years. In exchange, he told everything, every detail, every secret, every murder. Court day, May 1981. Brooklyn Federal Court. Henry walked to the witness stand. Paul Vario sat at the defense table. Jimmy Burke sat there too. Both stared at Henry, with rage, with hatred, with murderous looks. Henry spoke. He spoke anyway. He told everything. The jury listened. The judge listened. Reporters wrote. Cameras recorded. History was being made. The greatest betrayal, the greatest breach of Omerta. Paul Vario was convicted, 10 years in prison. Jimmy Burke was convicted, 20 years in prison. Others were convicted too, dozens of men, all because of Henry's testimony. Henry was released. He served 5 years. He got out. He took a new name, Martin Lewis. He moved to Arizona, a new life, a fresh start. Was it really new? Did he really escape? Can you escape the past? Answer: no, you could never escape.